Remembering 9/11, the pain and the loss. People marked the 5th anniversary of the terrorist attacks. And Tri-State Police look for a man wanted for using checks stolen from a murder victim.
And wet weather is here to stay for a while. All the details in your ultimate Doppler 9 forecast.
From the team on your side, this is 9 News at 11.
America did not ask for this war, and every American wishes it were over. So do I. But the war's not over, and it will not be over until either we or the extremists emerge victorious.
Here's a live look tonight at New York City 5 years after the attacks. The area where the Twin Towers once stood still sitting empty and scarred. Good evening, everyone. Carol has the night off. President Bush, capping a day of 9/11 anniversary observances, said tonight the war against terrorism is the calling of our generation. His nationally televised speech followed a day of somber remembrances of those terror attacks. ABC's Stephanie Sy is live in New York City right now at Ground Zero with a look at today's observations.
Good evening. They say time heals all wounds, and indeed many people have moved on since the 9/11 attacks. But at Ground Zero today, 5 years later, the grief still felt raw.
Two beams of light fill the spaces in the New York skyline where the Twin Towers once stood. It is the crowning tribute after a day of solemn remembrances. In a primetime address, President Bush reiterated his stance on what he 5 years ago labeled the war on terror.
America did not ask for this war, and every American wishes it were over. So do I. But the war's not over, and it will not be over until either we or the extremists emerge victorious.
What happened on that clear September morning set the nation on a path to war. But at Ground Zero, it was the personal battles of grief that stood out.
Cesar Amoranto Alvear, we all love and miss you so much, especially your new grandchildren.
Claudia Alicia Foster.
The reading of names was a story of love interrupted. Officer James Smith's wife, Moira, was among them.
I am honored to have been her husband. I am grateful to have our child to raise, helping her to understand that her mother was and still is the pride of New York City.
At the Pentagon, a somber ceremony honored the 184 victims who died when the third plane struck the seat of American defense. And at a once anonymous field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, the passengers of Flight 93 were remembered as heroes.
With another grim anniversary behind this city, the focus again shifts to rebuilding Ground Zero, and construction of the Freedom Tower is finally back on track. Live in Lower Manhattan, Stephanie Sy, ABC News. Back to you.
All right, Stephanie. Xavier graduates who survived the September 11th attacks spoke on campus tonight as part of a memorial service. Louis Dissel and Kevin Garreau, both 2001 graduates, were in the World Trade Center the morning of the attack. They had just gone through training at Morgan Stanley in the South Tower. Dissel went outside to get some fresh air, where he captured some pictures of the attack. Garreau was in the South Tower, where a building announcement told them they could return to work because there was a situation in the other tower only.
A matter of seconds after that discussion, or after that announcement, that you just felt, I mean, the only way to describe it would be if you imagine a plane flying into a building, because, I mean, it just shook you.
I started heading away, and, I heard an engine coming, a loud engine, turned around, and I saw the plane. The second plane hit the tower I was just in. And right then, I thought my little 20-minute break just saved my life.
Here held a memorial service tonight on the campus green. The candles symbolize how the light of tolerance can break the darkness of terrorism. A tri-state woman who lost her brother in the World Trade Center attacks is working to continue his legacy. Colleen Perigin now lives in Mason, but was born and raised in the Bronx. Her brother, Michael Lynch, was a New York City firefighter and one of the first responders at Tower 2. After his death, Colleen, her parents, and 9 other siblings started the Michael Lynch Memorial Foundation. The program awards scholarships to victims of 9/11 and other terrorist attacks.
When we are at our scholarship dinner every year, which is held in March, it's one of our major fundraising opportunities, we honor the recipients of the scholarship, and they all come to us and tell us how much it's changed their lives, what it's done for them, what they're able to accomplish now. And it just makes you feel like you took something so horrible and turned it into something wonderful.
The foundation has already awarded 31 scholarships. If you'd like to learn more information, go to our website, WCPO.com, keyword 9 links. Several others who died September 11th have ties to the tri-state. They include Kelly Booms from Blue Ash and Doug Cherry from Terrace Park. Wendy Faulkner of Mason was in New York when the towers collapsed. John Jenkins' brother is a firefighter in Harrison. Jim Paul was from Erlanger. Rob Peraza's parents lived in Mason. Martha Reske died at the Pentagon and has relatives in Liberty Township. Kathy Salter graduated from UC and died in the World Trade Center. Barry Williams' parents live in Edgewood. Tonight, all over the tri-state, people got together to remember all of the victims of September 11th. Erlanger rang a bell to remember fallen rescue workers and the other victims. Firefighters and police gathered along with residents tonight at the Erlanger City Building to pay tribute.
Terrorism against our nation will not stand.
Those gathered tonight at Madera's Silverwood Presbyterian Church listened to a collection of news reports before reflecting on those lost. Then they honored local heroes, the city's firefighters, police officers, and military veterans. Students at Daymar College in Newport remembered the attacks with a candlelight vigil in front of their school on Carruthers Road. They also wanted to call attention to the heroes who worked tirelessly at Ground Zero in the days after. A new videotape purportedly made by Osama bin Laden's deputy contains a new threat toward the U.S., Persian Gulf countries, and Israel. In that new tape, aired on Al Jazeera, Dr. Ayman al-Zawahiri says the U.S. should not waste time reinforcing troops in Iraq and Afghanistan. He says their fate is doomed. Instead, Al-Qaeda's #2 says the U.S. should focus on the Gulf and Israel. Stay with 9 News, WCPO.com, and ABC for continuing coverage on the war on terror. Tonight on Nightline, Terry Moran reports live from Afghanistan. Breaking news now from Sharonville. Here's a live picture of the scene in question. Sharonville police tell us a man has barricaded himself inside a room at the Motel 6 on Kemper Road in Sharonville. Officers tell us the man is armed and police do have him at gunpoint. We will bring you more information as we get it. Erlanger police say the checks of 83-year-old Alma Sauer have been cashed since her murder Friday at the Erlanger Lake subdivision. Now police want your help catching the man they say is cashing them. 9 News reporter Jay Warren is live at the Erlanger Police Department with the latest. Jay?
Well, Clyde, police say 34-year-old Christopher Elkin cashed at least 2 checks at businesses here in Erlanger and Fort Mitchell. And tonight we've learned that Sauer actually tried to help Elkin financially.
I know he was always asking her for money.
Corky Hardcorn says she used to visit with Alma Sauer often. She says it was during her conversations that she learned Christopher Elkin owed Sauer money.
One time he came in and she says, "Don't ask me for any money because I got my own kids I can give money to." And I think it was up to like $240 or something.
Within the last few days, Mr. Elkin has been cashing checks that we believe were stolen during or shortly after the homicide in Erlanger last Friday.
Police aren't calling Elkin a suspect in the murder, but the fact they say that he's in possession of her checks makes it imperative that he be found.
Extremely urgent. It's very urgent.
Elkin has 64 criminal charges in Kenton County since 1999. And it was just last night that 9 News spoke to his mother before police told her that her son was in possession of Sauer's checks.
I could not even imagine who would want to hurt her.
Vicki Elkin says she was out of town with her aunt when Sauer was killed.
I'm just very shocked about the whole everything. I'm just very, but you couldn't have met a nicer neighbor and friend. If you needed anything, you know, I could go down and, you know, she was a wonderful person.
Now, police say Christopher Elkin could be driving Sauer's 2000 Silver Mercury Sable, license plate number 718CJC. And we've also learned tonight that Sauer actually bailed Elkin out of jail at one point. If you have any idea as to Elkin's whereabouts, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers 513-352-3040. Clyde?
Jay Warren reporting live for us tonight. A small tri-state community tonight is remembering a young soldier killed in Iraq. Tony Sieg's story begins our look at the tri-state at this hour. Private First Class Sieg of Sunman died Saturday on a combat mission in Iraq. The 2005 East Central High grad would have turned 20 next week. His loss adds to the pain for Tony's mother, Linda, who lost her husband nearly 3 years ago. Tonight, the family wants you to remember the other tri-state military personnel serving in Iraq.
I think we all need to remember why they're over there fighting for us, and not take our freedoms for granted, and remember what they're doing, and that this is the kind of price that some of them are going to pay to protect us.
East Central High School in St. Leon will honor Tony Sieg at a football game on Friday. Burial arrangements are pending. We could see the start to some wet weather. Chief Meteorologist Steve Raleigh is here now with our first check of the forecast. Steve?
Well, Clyde, you might even say we're underway right now with temperatures in the low 70s around the tri-state. Take a look at Ultimate Doppler 9. Got a nice little area of showers and some rain showing up around Hamilton County over in southeastern Indiana, right around Dearborn County. Let me do a little closer tracking for you. We'll show you exactly where it is and where it's heading to. As I time-lapse the last hour and a half or so, you'll see it almost just bending around, almost following 275 over Coleraine up to about Forest Park or so. And there's more rain to come. Take a look at TrueView. This is part of the Ultimate Doppler 9 radar network, and not only do we have some scattered showers around here, we're going to see some heavier rain coming up for tomorrow. So Clyde, yeah, it's the start, and it's going to be around for a few days. We'll have the details in a few minutes.
All right, Steve. The family of an Ohio woman desperately searches for answers after she disappears on a cruise. Doctors say the only survivor of Comair Flight 5191 may be ready for a move. And after 8 years on Times Square, Cincinnati native The Naked Cowboy says he's ready to expand his audience.
Practice does make perfect. Something she'll understand more and more over time. Like how experience matters when choosing a heart program. At St. Elizabeth Medical Center, we've performed over 10,000 open heart surgeries and saved countless lives. Numbers like that add up to something she can understand today, and that is that her dad's back in her life.
We gotta go tell your mama.
St. Elizabeth Medical Center, how medicine should be.
What time is breakfast? At Perkins, it's whenever you say it is. Come in anytime for our new all-day omelets. Baked 3-egg omelets filled with bacon, spinach, and tomatoes, steak and mushrooms, spicy grilled chicken, and more. 5 incredible new omelets starting at $4.99. Available all day at Perkins. Breakfast is just the beginning.
For years, were just amazed at the difference in my smile and my confidence. It showed all through my body, and I felt like a new person. I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not afraid to show my true smile.
For cosmetic dentistry in Anderson Township, you'll find Dr. Stephen Gilmore. And for cosmetic dentistry in the Fort Thomas area, you'll find Dr. Michelle Story. Call 1-888-SMILE-INFO or visit WCPO.com.
9 News Weather is brought to you by Fisher Homes.
Lawrenceburg police have released a picture of the man suspected of carjacking an elderly woman at Kenwood Town Center Thursday night. The suspect is also accused of an armed robbery at the Argosy Casino Friday around 6 a.m. He's described as 5'9", heavy build, wearing glasses with facial hair. If you have any information on this suspect, call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040. The FBI is trying to figure out what happened to an Ohio woman who vanished on a cruise ship. Relatives last saw the unidentified woman early Sunday morning. According to Carnival Cruise Lines, they didn't report her missing until today when the ship Imagination docked in Miami, but the FBI isn't aware of any delay in making the report. Comair Flight 5191 co-pilot James Polhinky remains in the intensive care unit tonight, but could move to a rehabilitation center soon. The August 27th crash killed 49 people on board. Polhinky was the only survivor. Doctors still say Polhinky needs more surgery and now say he suffered a mild brain injury. The doctor says it's impossible to say whether the co-pilot knows what happened to him. He says brain injury patients often don't remember much about their accidents, at least not at first. Kentucky Lieutenant Governor Steve Pence said today he is very seriously considering running against Governor Fletcher in the 2007 gubernatorial race. That's according to the Lexington Herald-Leader. After Fletcher was indicted on several misdemeanor counts, Pence said in May he would not be Fletcher's running mate. The charges have since been dropped in a settlement. An Indiana teenager accused of killing one man and wounding another in sniper shootings along Interstates 65 and 69 has asked that his trial be moved from Jackson County because of pretrial publicity. That motion tops our look at America at this hour. 17-year-old Zachariah Blanton's lawyer says the publicity has created hostility toward Blanton and public outrage. A hearing on the motion is set for October. Blanton faces a December trial on charges of murder and attempted murder. Shots killed one man and injured another July 23rd near Seymour. Shootings near Muncie damaged property but caused no injuries. For 8 years, the naked cowboy has donned his boots and his briefs to entertain the masses in Times Square. Now he's hoping to get a wider audience. His real name is Robert John Burke, and the Cincinnati native is releasing his first album. Naked Cowboy says while he hasn't signed on with a record label to represent that project, he's certain it'll be a huge hit. The debut disc is expected to be completed and released next year. From the Naked Cowboy now to the...
We're all so proud here in the Tri-State of the Naked Cowboy.
Yes, we are.
Aren't we? That's what we need.
we are.
That kind of positive image here in the Tri-State.
Just draws people to the community.
Doesn't it? Yeah, sure. Okay.
We've got some precipitation headed our way.
Yeah, we sure do. In fact, we have some around right now. Let's take a look at Ultimate Doppler 9, and we'll show you some of the scattered showers and some of the rain that's around here right at the moment. You'll see it stretches up around Dayton right at the moment, all the way down to Carrollton or so. And we've got a little bit over the central viewing area, right around Hamilton County and stretching into Butler County. Do a little tracking for you, and you'll see where it is right at the moment. And the time lapse shows how it's moving pretty much north to northeast or so. Let's set you up with a little forecast as we go through your Tuesday. First thing in the morning, I do think we'll see some rain and some storms around here with temperatures in the low 60s. As we get to noon, I'm expecting some heavy rain during the morning off and on. We'll get a little break in there toward the afternoon and then see some scattered rain again on your ride home. So it's going to be a wet period ahead. Temperature tomorrow 74 degrees. Okay, how about we start things off with Viper 9. You'll notice all the rain that's out there right at the moment. It's part of the Ultimate Doppler 9 radar network, and you'll see the line that's moving through the area now. We'll see more of that moving up and over the top of us. This secondary line is forming now, and that's why toward morning I'm expecting a little heavier rain around here. Speaking of some heavy rain, boy, the poor folks in Bermuda, they really got it today, upwards of 6 to 8 inches in some spots. Got raked with winds to 70 miles an hour, but no major damage. Some good news from Tropical Storm Florence now heading out to sea. New tropical storm, Hurricane Florence. Tropical Storm Gordon is out there now, but the good news is it looks like it'll stay just east of the folks in Bermuda, so they get a break from that. Okay, back here as we look at the satellite picture, we've got ourselves an area of low pressure, a couple of nice little lines of rain moving through. It's all going to take about 48 hours to about 72 hours to move through. As you look at Predictor 9, our little computer forecast shows the cold front moving through tomorrow. As that happens, then we'll see some heavier rain. Now, it's going to take a little while for this to move through. The low kind of hangs around, so the influence of that will bring us some more rain going into Wednesday, but more scattered showers. Tomorrow should really be the heavier rain day, along with maybe some isolated storms as well. You'll notice what's happening, though. Rainfall forecast picking upwards of maybe 2 inches of rain showing in the next 48 hours, so we'll get a pretty good soaking, I think, at times for tomorrow. Here's the more realistic view. Here's true view first thing in the morning at 7 o'clock. Kids better have a raincoat out the door, yourself included, going off to work. You'll see as we roll through tomorrow night, we start picking up some thunderstorms around here, and that continues into the overnight to Wednesday morning. There's more of the scattered showers and a bit of clearing as we roll into Wednesday night. We may even see a scattered shower coming up on Thursday. Rain and storms heavy at times for tomorrow, a high of 74 degrees in my forecast. Then coming up for tomorrow night, more of the scattered rain. Few storms, 62 as an overnight low. So I mentioned the rain for your Tuesday, some rain going into Wednesday. Then there's the possibility of scattered showers or so into Thursday, but I think we'll start clearing out then. Clyde, it looks pretty nice for the weekend, though. Mother Nature timed the wet weather in the right way.
Oh, yes, she did, Steve. Thanks. The Reds are staring down the barrel of another one of those must-win series. The Bengals, meantime, were facing a couple musts of their own as they embarked on their season. Week 1 would suggest mission accomplished.
Live Ohio Lottery grinds on your official lottery station, Channel 9.
This is it. This is where it's all going to happen. Saturday, October 7th. 30 people will have a shot at fame and fortune. The champion could come back forever. Forever. And someone, maybe you, will become my co-host.
The Ohio Lottery's new game show, Make Me Famous, Make Me Rich, debuts. Get a ticket and you could get on the show. It's not your typical game show.
So save the date.
Make Me Famous, Make Me Rich premieres October 7th at 7:30 p.m. on your local Ohio Lottery station.
Pick up the phone and call right now to get a special back-to-school offer. Time Warner Digital Cable for just $20 a month.
Pick up the phone, pick up the phone, pick up the phone, call Time
Get
Warner.
digital cable for $20 a month for 12 months when you order digital phone. Add 6 months of HBO for $5 a month. Plus get Roadrunner for only $19.95 a month for 6 months.
Call Time Warner Cable.
Call 513-489-5900 now and we'll even throw in DDR service free for 3 months. Now that's a great back-to-school offer from who else? Time Warner Cable.
Down 9 from their own 35. Yes, so the 9 is down.
Buffalo Wild Wings. You have to be here.
Always will be.
I'm Steve Shabbat, and I approve this message.
Good morning, Tri-State. Your early morning wake-up call with the latest on what's happening around the Tri-State with live reports on breaking news now.
Healthy Living is brought to you by Beat Personal Training, Cincinnati's unique doctor-driven fitness centers.
I've lost 40 pounds in 6 weeks.
I'm Dr. Patrick Baker.
And I'm Dr. Paul Baker.
The Beat Personal Training Program combines science to promote a complete lifestyle change.
It was very important to me that I join a program that was supervised by doctors.
My trainer's always pushing me and encouraging me along the way.
My body has transformed, and I have changed the way I look and feel forever.
I can honestly say that Beat has totally transformed my life.
Your first consultation is only $35.
Beat is by far the best thing I've ever done.
We're following breaking news now from Sharonville. Here's a live picture of the scene. Sharonville police say they have an armed man at gunpoint. Police on the scene tell us they believe the person inside of the room in the Motel 6 there is Christopher Elkin, the man wanted for allegedly using checks stolen from an Erlanger woman. That woman was murdered Friday. Officers say the man barricaded himself inside a room at the Motel 6. This on Kemper Road in Sharonville. The standoff began just before 11. We will bring you more information as we get it. The decline in air travel after the September 11th attacks apparently delayed the 2001 flu season. Now doctors wonder if restrictions on plane travel may help curb a flu pandemic if it hits. Research shows the flu peaked 2 weeks later than usual in 2001 and took 20 days longer to spread. They say a delay would give scientists more time to develop better vaccines and treatments. And now here's a man with a healthy outlook on life, Dennis Jansen with sports. Denny?
Well, thank you, Clyde.
Anyone dim enough to ask or dimmer who might have listened heard me say for months that the questions about Carson Palmer's availability challenged the Bengals to improve what they could while nature ran its course, starting with their defense. A healthy Madieu Williams makes all the difference in the world, taking some of the pressure off the offense. Likewise, signing Dexter Jackson, Rashad Jeanty, Sam English, Sam Adams, Justin Smith facing a contract year. Get Rudy's knee right and voila, they're not a one-trick pony named Palmer, which is fine by one old warhorse.
And teams are not talking about us being one-sided. I mean, we have some very talented guys over there that haven't been in the limelight. I mean, Justin's been playing top ball for the last several years, and you got guys like John Thornton and Brian Robinson and those guys, and the young guys like Gathers, and those guys are playmakers. And it's good to see that they come in and have a big significant role in helping us win.
So the only quarterback question after Sunday's 23-10 win in Kansas City was when the Chiefs' Trent Green would play again. He remains hospitalized with a concussion that might bench him for a while. Chiefs ownership called Robert Gathers cheap shot artist. Carson Palmer extended get well wishes, but along with Marvin Lewis, absolved Gathers. Carson knows what it's like to not finish a game, and he knows which he prefers.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Looking back, as long as you have more points on the board than they do, as tough as it is to win any game in this league, just to get one win and to start off a win at Kansas City is the good thing that came out of it.
To hear more of Carson's remarks and Marvin's along with others, log on to WCPO.com and find Stripes, and you're on the team. Two future Cincinnati opponents, the Raiders and San Diego, are meeting in the late Monday night game. It is 10-0 Chargers in the second quarter. As for the earlier matchup, Ryan Longwell's 31-yard field goal gave the Vikes a late lead, but John Hall, who will be advised to not buy any green bananas, missed his potential game-tying 48-yarder. Vikings win in Brad Childress' debut 19-6. Tommy Helm's team won Marty Brenneman's golf outing at Grand Victoria today, benefiting the Reds Community Fund. Back to work tomorrow against the wild card leading Padres. With 19 games left, is there a must-win number?
No. I think the thing we're looking at is series. We needed to win the series against the Pirates. We did that. We need to win the series against San Diego.
For those who are numbers conscious, dollar hot dogs and reduced ticket prices return for the entire series. Eric Milton faces Chris Young in the first game of that series showdown. Tonight, Major League Baseball took a moment to reflect on September 11th of 2001. The Cardinals then went about dispatching
out to left center.
The Astros. Ronnie Belliard's bases-loaded triple pushed their lead to 7-zip, with which Chris Carpenter's six-hitter was the final. Reds are 5 back. Girls soccer lowered at Dixie Heights. And it is Kaylee Armstrong getting things started as she scores easily from point-blank range. Dixie up 2-0. More from Dixie Heights still in the first half. Jenny Larson on the run. Attacks and scores on the corner kick. Here it's going to be Larson Armstrong as she is right there. 3-0 Dixie. They would go on to their first win, 5-1. That's it for sports. We'll be back after this.
This is great.
Scott, what do you think?
Come on, I love it.
Well, I mean, after we talked, I thought this is the perfect living room for you.
Yeah. Oh, the game's on.
Scott, sweetie, this is for display only. It doesn't really work. No worky.
During our grand opening, get free financing till 2010 and enter to win $10,000 in furniture.
Sofa Express and more, expressly your style.
We need to put our children first. No parent should have to worry about losing his or her job simply because they want to be with them when they are ill.
Because of the Family Medical Leave Act, I was able to maintain my job and take care of my son. Ted Strickland fought for the Family Medical Leave Act. Without people like him, I don't know if my son would be here today.
But Ken Blackwell opposed requiring companies to give employees leave to care for a sick family member. He said it should be left to the competitive marketplace. We just can't trust Ken Blackwell.